Welcome back, future medicos. In this video, we are going to look at the round 2 cutoff marks for Telangana private medical colleges. We are going to look at the minority colleges as well as non-minority colleges. We will also look at the cutoff marks for the local candidates as well as the cutoff for other state candidates. Come, let's get into the details. Let's start with category B, that is management quota seats, that is CTB. And then unreserved. Unreserved means seats that are available for other state candidates. Open, that is non-minority colleges. General, that means both boys and girls, both are eligible. So let's start with this category first. Category B, unreserved, open, general. So the topmost college is Apollo, Hyderabad. In round 1, it closed at 493 marks. In round 2, it has closed at 485 marks. So there is a drop of 8 marks for other state candidates. The second college is Bhaskar Medical College. Here the cutoff has increased, right? From 471, it has gone up to 472. So you can see in the last column, I have shown the change in terms of cutoff. When you see minus, that means the cutoff has gone higher. At the third place, we have Kamineni, Hyderabad. Here the cutoff has dropped by 9 marks and closed at 472. Mamta Bachupalli closed at 471. Dr. Patnam Mahendra Reddy, the cutoff has gone up by 10 marks and closed at 468. Medicity closed at 465. SVS Medical College, the cutoff remains the same, 460 in round 1, 460 in round 2. In terms of all India rank, there is a small difference. Maheshwara Medical College closed at 459. Arundhati closed at 458. At the 10th position, we have Mamta Medical College, Khammam, which closed at 456 marks. At the 11th position, we have Kamineni Narkatpalli, which closed at 453. Pratima Institute 452. CMR 452. Mahavir Institute 452. You can see that some of the colleges, the cutoff, there is no change. It remains the same as round 1. RVM Medical College 450. MNR 449. C. Anandarao Institute 446. Pratima Relief Institute 444, Surabhi Institute 444, and at the 20th position we have TRR Institute, which closed at 442 marks. At the 21st position we have Father Colombo Institute. It was not part of round 1. It is now part of round 2. It closed at 440 marks. Nova Institute also closed at 440. Neelima Institute closed at 411 marks. So for other state candidates in non-minority colleges, the cutoff is 411 marks in round 2 in Telangana. So compared to round 1 closed at 417, round 2 closed at 411, a drop of about 6 marks compared to round 1. So in terms of all India rank, round 1 closed at 1,78,000, round 2 closed at 1,90,000. Of course, you need to understand this cutoff is mainly for the private university. Neelima is a private university. Whereas if you look at the private colleges, it has closed at 440 marks. For private universities, it's 411. Whereas for private medical colleges, it is 440 marks. Now let us look at category B, local, open, general, which means the seats that are available for local students, the management quota seats. So you can see that Apollo Institute from 414 marks, it has dropped to 394. While for the other state candidates, the drop is very low. It's about the maximum was 9 marks in a college. Whereas for the local candidates, the drop is slightly more significant. It's about 20 marks in Apollo. Kamineni, Hyderabad closed at 388. Mamta 384. SVS 365. Bhaskar also 365. Mamta Medical College 344. CMR Institute, you can see that the cutoff has increased from 332. It has gone up to 340 marks. And 8 marks increase in cutoff for CMR. Kamineni 336. Dr. Patnam Mahendra Reddy, again the cutoff has increased by 5 marks from 322. It has gone up to 327. RVM closed at 325 marks. At the 11th position, we have Medicity, which closed at 322. Pratima Institute 317, Arundhati 317, Anandarao 314, Maheshwara Medical College 309, MNR Medical College 304, Mahavir 302, Pratima Relief 294, Neelima Institute, which is a private university, closed at 293, Surabhi Institute closed at 289 marks. TRR Institute 285 marks. Father Colombo 280. And finally, Nova Institute closed at 279 marks. So here actually the private medical colleges, the closing score is 279, whereas in round 1 it was 293. So there is a drop of about 14 marks for the local candidates, right? So 279, whereas for other state candidates, the closing was around 440 marks for private colleges. So if you include the private university also, then 279 compared to 411 marks. So there is a difference of more than 100 marks for local candidates and other state candidates. Now let us look at the minority candidates. So first let's look at category B, unreserved minority general candidates. That means the cutoff for other state candidates in minority colleges. You can see that the cutoff has increased for all the 3 colleges under minority. So that means the round 1 was easier to get. In round 2, it has become much more difficult for minority candidates. Deccan College, it has increased by 1 mark and closed at 473. Ion Institute from 451 increased to 463. 12 marks increase in round 2. Shadan Institute, in fact, there was no vacancies in round 2. In round 1, whoever joined, they have not left the seat or they have not moved for any other college. So there is no seat available, so no seat is allotted. So compared to round 1 was 451 was the closing score. In round 2, the cutoff is even higher and closed at 463 marks. Now let us look at the local candidates. Local minority students, general. Here there is a drop for local students from 363. It has dropped by 2 marks in Deccan College and closed at 361. Shadan closed at 333. Ion closed at 287. So overall, you can see that from 294, it has dropped to 287, a drop of about 7 marks for local Muslim minority candidates. So now let us look at the female candidates. Category B, unreserved minority female. What does it mean? This is management quota seats for other state candidates. In Muslim minority, only female or women candidates are eligible. So basically, you can see that in terms of cutoff, there is no difference. It is 453 in round 1, 453 in round 2. Of course, in terms of all India rank, there is a small difference, but in terms of marks, it's the same. So now let's look at the local candidates in Dr. VRK Women's Medical College. For local candidates, there is a drop of 5 marks under the women's minority category. From 312, it has dropped to 307 marks. So I hope this information is useful to you. If you need any other information, please let me know. I will try to compile and share the information with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.